Howdy, howdy!
Hello!
And welcome to
But it was aliens!
the light-hearted podcast where we probe paranormal activity to determine for the questionable benefit of humanity whether that activity really was paranormal. My name is Mr. Kev in the John, and alongside me with no idea what we'll be covering today is Mr. Granville Moonwalker.
Hello.
Today, we will be probing events in November 1995, Wirral. This was 7 months before the Nintendo 64 would make its life-changing first release in Japan. And it was also the month that Toy Story premiered. James Bond movie GoldenEye was also released. The Wirral...
I would also argue the greatest Bond film of all time.
Yeah, agreed. The Wirral, meanwhile, was famous for being the site of the Battle of Brunanburh, which is today Bromborough, in the year 937. This battle was the first time England's combined forces fought on the same side against the armies of Norway and Scotland, and the battle was won by the English King Ethelstan's army. Things had settled by 1995 though, and we begin our tale with Terry, a 68-year-old father in Capenhurst, a village in Cheshire West within the southern end of the Wirral.
So, Brunanburh and Bromborough,
Yar.
are they exactly the same name, just based on the pronunciation of the Scottish and the English?
Names have done that over time.
I know, that's why I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, pronunciation changed over time, essentially, yes.
Okay.
Terry was Terry
Cheeseburger!
was a 68-year-old father.
You love cheeseburgers.
Not only that, but Terry was also a 68-year-old son. The mother of 68-year-old Terry was sadly in hospital unwell. That hospital was the St. Catherine's Community Hospital, and it was a risky admission, not just because of 68-year-old Terry's mum's age and health, but there was an unexplained sickness and diarrhea going around the hospital geriatric ward. This sucked because Terry could not visit his mummy. After all, what if these were her last days? Around late October to early November 1995, Terry did indeed visit his mama in Ground Zero. Terry wasn't one of the lucky ones. That mystery sickness absolutely nailed Terry. It was so bad that Terry was one of 40 people, 40 in the area who had to be admitted to Arrow Park Hospital. Things were touch and go for a period, and Terry began losing weight, a lot of weight. Fortunately though, Terry turned it around and recovered. Terry finally received a clean bill of health and had the opportunity at his feet to continue life as it was or to do something different.
Now, what
Terry
was 68-year-old father and son Terry doing with his life at this time? Did it warrant Terry really needing to do something different? Or did Terry wish to do something different?
Terry had a desire, I think you could say. We are going to cover this in the very next section.
A compulsion.
Arguably.
Okay.
Terry was likely retired at 68 and wasn't living the healthiest lifestyle, I guess.
Okay. And
But after popping it all out of his system, it was time for a change.
was that due to the fact that he had lost a significant amount of weight due to fluid loss, and therefore,
Possibly.
as he started to regain strength, felt better for it and was like, I'm going to make some healthy changes now?
That could have been a small part of it, but I think that it's not uncommon for people when they have a serious health kick.
Almost like
Something
a life
bad,
and death.
yeah. Something really nasty happens, they just about make it. It inspires them to turn their life around a little bit.
Yeah, I get that.
You must see a lot of that in your line of work.
I do indeed, actually.
But yeah, essentially, when enough isn't enough, it's time for a change. So faced with poor health that his own condition didn't help, Terry knew that it was time to make a change. At 68 years old, Terry promised himself that he would get in shape. We are talking Rocky Montage territory here. Terry picked up walking, then jogging and running.
Had a nugget of
Terry
motivation.
stuck at it and started getting quite healthy. Terry started mountain biking too, and being that he was feeling the confidence to get his pecs out, Terry even started tanning.
Go on, Terry.
Yes, Terry! Get them out! Look at them fangs! Look at them fangs!
Look at them thangs.
Terry
Wow.
was super happy with his progress, but for whatever reason, Terry's 40-year-old son, Brian, mocked Terry.
Jealous.
Maybe there was a little bit of green eyes. Maybe it was father-son rivalry. Maybe it was the constant wearing of tight, bulging cycling shorts. Maybe Brian just didn't believe deep down that a 68-year-old could be fitter than him. But Brian wouldn't let up. In retaliation, Terry patted Brian's beer belly and told Brian that he could benefit from losing a little weight too.
Now, again, that is also something I see quite a lot in my line of work. As people start to get in shape and start to better themselves and feel better for themselves, those around them that aren't doing that start to drop snide comments and almost put them down for trying to better themselves. You know what I say to those people? Fuck you.
Have I said that I'm really happy that you bettered yourself?
Thank you, son.
Eventually, Brian set the challenge. Brian told his dad that there was no way Terry could beat Brian in a race. It was on like Donkey Kong.
Hold on. You said I was a fat bastard.
No, but you did used to eat like 12 Whopper meals in one go when you worked at an unnamed shop in our teens.
Yeah, but
Oh, that sounds like a good day.
I also had the metabolism to do so. I weighed half the amount then that I do now.
And I'm happy for you.
Well, thank you, player.
So yeah, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. If you thought Terry was training hard before, you hadn't seen nothing, because Terry was drinking the raw eggs, punching the cows, running up the 72 steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, which is in Philadelphia, Granville. Who you backing in this one? Terry or Brian? Father or son?
Terry. Terry's got this, son.
Terry has got this. You never lose that power. Power!
That dad strength.
Terry! He bettered himself.
Until he didn't. By the sounds of things, that's the way this story's going.
What on earth gives This is But It Was Aliens.
Then he went, he went a step too far. Some of the supplements he was taking started to force him to see some things that weren't there. Or were they?
So you're backing Terry, yeah? Yeah. Before picking your winner, we probably should have covered the terms. The battle was to be a 4-mile race up and down the area of Capenhurst Lane. It would start at Chester Road, which is by Brian's home, before running down Capenhurst Lane to Parkgate Road and then back the same way. I've played a spot of sport in my time. I've been fairly sporty, all things considered, but I'm not a runner. And as an unrunner, I don't know that I could run 4 miles quickly without stopping. I can only imagine this would be even harder to achieve by nearly 70 years of age. Terry's wife was worried for pretty much that reason. Terry was going to push himself too hard and have a life-changing experience.
Another one?
Hopefully he didn't have lice. One sunny Sunday morning in November, it was time. It was 1995, remember, and the sun had only just come up, so road traffic was at a minimum. The klaxons sounded and the race begun. The men were neck and neck. Terry asked Brian how his asthma was doing, and Brian wheezed a reply of, "All right," through his gritted teeth. 700 yards in, still pretty much even, though it's not clear if that was by choice. The men reached the Capenhurst Lane railway crossing. Terry begun slowing down. "Knackered, are ya?" Brian inquired mockingly. Turning back to the road, Brian saw why his father had stopped.
Brian shat himself.
Brian hadn't realised it.
Yep. Terry didn't want to be.
The poop was rolling out of his shorts.
Terry didn't want to be anywhere near that. Diarrhea running down his legs and flicking into Terry's face. That's why Terry stopped. He's like, oh, wait.
You can win. It's fine. Yep. I'll take that loss.
Yeah. You have this win. I don't want it that much. So, why did Terry stop, Greybeard? Why did Terry stop?
Would you like to guess, or do you want to move on?
I already guessed. It was the poop.
You sticking with that?
Or that time of morning. Were they going up a hill?
At times.
Were they going up a hill at the moment he stopped?
Sort of.
Or down a hill?
Irrelevant.
It's not relevant to my guess.
Let's say they were on a flat plane at that precise moment.
Okay. He saw a cow in the field that didn't look like a cow.
It was standing upright.
Watching them.
Ahead of Terry and Brian in the sky, about 120 yards south of Capenhurst station, was a 100 feet circular flying saucer.
Damn, it's not a cow.
It's not shit. Terry muttered,
He shit himself. So.
"Effing hell!" under his breath as he looked on, awestruck. The craft was surrounded by a ring of multicoloured rainbow light, almost like a gay Saturn, and it took the gentleman a minute or so to realise that underneath the craft there were 3 figures walking. 1, 2, 3. The figures looked to be on the smaller side with oversized heads, which the men quickly realised were covered by helmets. The men were bathed in a weird pink light coming from the bottom of the craft. They weren't that far away, remember, and Brian could make out grey skin with big eyes beneath the glistening helmets. As Brian focused on one of the figures, he realised that it was looking straight back at him. Terry whispered, "Get down!" and ducked himself, but Brian continued to stare on, so Terry gave him a little yank and whispered again. Brian slowly dropped with Terry behind the capstones of the bridge they were by. Brian said slowly, "That's a UFO!" Terry told Brian to keep down and creep back the way they came, but Brian felt temptation. Brian just had to peek back up over the stone to see if the figure saw him.
Right. Now, at this moment,
This very moment.
I'm glad you mentioned that they ducked down behind something.
Yes.
Because when you duck down, I just visioned them in a road with no cover, just dropping to the floor.
They can't see us.
Like, what?
Like a child when they cover their eyes. You can't see me.
Yep. Now, as he peeps back over, we're going to find that they're right there next to him, like eyes glaring down like this, right in his face.
No, that would be too obvious, wouldn't it?
And then he's going to poop himself. For real.
On Terry. As Brian peeped out over the capstones, Brian came face to face with one of the figures who had moved in for a much closer look. The figure was only the size of a child, but appeared to have literally floated to the bridge to stare through his helmet, which resembled a goldfish bowl with a red tint. Brian screamed a bunch of swear words, which caught Terry's attention as he had been creeping away as agreed. Terry too saw the little figure. The 2 men jumped up and bolted away as fast as they could. As the 2 ran, both were inflicted by excruciating pain in their balls. Yes, it was as if they had been kicked in the testicles. Both men dropped to the ground. The men looked back to see all 3 figures standing on the bridge now, looking back at them. The other 2 looked a little bigger. A car was heading down the road towards the men. Brian waved like a crazy man, but he needn't have bothered because the car came to a gradual stop. The engine had cut out. The driver got out of his car and raised the bonnet. Terry looked back at the bridge from the floor and saw that the figures were gone. The pain was gone, and father and son ran towards the car. The driver explained that the car was fine, but then it just cut out. The UFO was still there, and the third man noticed it now too. All three watched silently in awe as the craft cruised over Capenhurst Lane before literally vanishing. The Corsa engine sprung back to life.
Now, around this time,
Yes.
I'm very reluctant to believe any of this without seeing any video proof of interviews by the men.
Right.
And this is the type of era where you would generally get people being interviewed all the time. Like, they would make a claim and then they would be on like ITV News or some channel. So do we have any video of these gentlemen making this claim?
Not right now.
Do we have in future?
Can't answer you, but unlikely.
Okay. So, 3 men, 2 felt the power in their plums.
The blood.
Or the pain in their plums. Okay.
So, our source today was Tom Slemen, who is known as a psychic researcher and who wrote this piece for the Wirral Globe in July 2020. Is it possible that this was a piece for newspaper sales or indeed book sales, as I believe this may have been taken from Tom's Haunted Wirral book? We don't have further details of the witnesses or any physical evidence to my knowledge, though to be clear, I haven't read the book, so heck, maybe we do. The book does have good reviews. There are some comments on Reddit highlighting that in some of Tom's stories, the only witnesses have passed away shortly after confiding in Tom alone, but he writes a good book. Or, was this one a trick of the light? We've covered mirages in the sky before, and maybe the hard run left both men a little delirious. Granted, to explain this one with exhaustion is a little bit of a stretch, so unless you can come up with any other theories, I guess we're left with maybe this did really happen? Terry and Brian believe that they came close to an alien abduction and were saved by the car approaching. What do we believe?
So, what you're telling me is that the 3 aliens couldn't take all 3 of them. So, because one person came, they legged it.
After giving them ball weight.
Yeah. After having the capacity or having the power to put them on their knees. With a cock shot. With an invisible
They took a
cock shot.
cock shot. Have we ever covered aliens just taken an unprovoked cock shot before? These guys were running and the aliens were like, in the dick! Woo! Completely unnecessary. And just to be clear, by the way, that's it. Episode done.
What? There's nothing more.
That is it. Boom! In and out. Like the ideal Saturday night, son.
So, did the third guy, the guy whose car stopped,
Yes.
did he see the alien figures or did he just see this
Saw
craft?
the UFO. Verified that he saw the UFO, nothing else. Whereas Brian and Terry saw the aliens with fish bowls on their heads and took the dick shots.
So 1995.
Yes.
Are any of these people still alive to corroborate these stories?
Unclear. I gave you our source. Make of it what you will.
Very.
Though edge on the side of caution, because people do end up dead when they cross this guy.
When they cross him or when they give their story? It's like, give me your story and I'll take your soul. I'll take your pain away, but give me your story.
I'm just trying to think why the ball shots. That was so unnecessary.
Well, we know it stopped them in their tracks.
Why? They didn't even go for them. They just wanted to hit him with the
Well,
balls.
apparently maybe they did, but the third or third car. The third person saved them. I really don't.
The engine cut out. That's interesting, isn't it? Science. Woo!
I would say potential
electromagnetism. Electric magnetism. Can't argue with that, can you?
So we don't have any.
We ain't got shit. We've barely got an episode, son.
Right.
77 miles per hour.
Took a turn.
Yeah. You can see why I aimed it on Vic with the hospital trip at the start.
Yep.
Woo! In summary, we've covered the Capenhurst UFO, whereby psychic researcher Tom Slemen has shared a story, said his name very carefully, shared a story with a newspaper that 68-year-old father Terry found a passion for fitness after illness and ended up racing his mocking son Brian in November 1995 in the Wirral. During this race, the gentleman saw a flying saucer and 3 humanoid figures. The men hid, but whilst Terry went to escape, Brian took a sneaky peek and came pretty much nose to nose with one of the figures who had floated up to the bridge the men hid behind. Terry and Brian tried to run, but were inflicted with the greatest pain on this earth. Ball pain. Before a passing vehicle seemed to scare the aliens off. Not before the car engine cut out though, and all 3 men watched the flying saucer vanish. We wondered whether this really happened, whether optical illusions and exhaustion created the perfect storm of mistaken sightings, or whether it's possible that the case was made up. What if the presence of aliens caused that mystery sickness hospitalising people at the start of the episode? What do you think, Mr. Moonwalker? What do you think?
I'm now debating whether or not the whole story, even the hospital outbreak of sickness and diarrhea, is real. Do we have evidence of this from hospital records back then?
You ready to conclude? This is the episode. This is the episode. Ain't nothing else to see here.
So we don't even know if Tom made up.
It's just an episode.
Or did you?
I didn't make up Mr. Slemen, no.
No, but did you make up the hospital?
No.
So there was an illness
yes.
and stuff like that. So we don't even know if Slemen made that up or not.
Would he?
Yeah. This is bullshit.
Whoa. Are you ready to conclude, Mr. Moonwalker?
Yes. I
want you to think long and hard about this. This is very important. Whoa. Let it take it in. Just slow down a minute. Think. Clarity. I will give you money. I've got stuff.
There is more bullshit here than what potentially passed through the hospital sickness and diarrhea.
What came out of Brian's trouser leg. So are you saying that it was aliens?
No, never,
Whoa.
ever was this aliens.
Do you sometimes feel we're a little bit too quick to judge?
No, sometimes we're not quick enough.
I'd argue this couldn't have been much quicker. This is probably one of the shortest and least well evidenced cases I've yet covered, yet somehow I got really dragged into that father and son race, didn't I? I reckon Terry is winning it. Oh yeah. I'm not saying that it was aliens, by the way, but yeah, Terry won that for me.
100%.
Any final thoughts from yourself, Mr. Moonwalker? Team Terry!
No. Yeah, if anyone tells you that anyone mocks you for getting in shape and doing what's right for you, tell them to go fuck themselves.
Do what's right for you, son.
Yeah. In terms of health and fitness.
Or anything in life that doesn't harm others.
Yes.
Do what's right for you. Unless it's really stupid, then make sure you're filming it. And send it to us at... Yeah, I reckon Slemen made this shit up.
Mm-hmm. Let me just fill the book with some
let's see
stories.
if we can put a crazy headline out there to help sell a paper and help sell a book, which apparently was pretty good. I didn't make that up.
Might have just been a really good writer.
Do you know what? There's a small, a really small chance that he did speak to locals in the area he was writing a book about. He might have heard a couple of stories. He might be from a nearby area. He went out there to research. You know how like old-timey people might go and sit in a local pub and like just tease stories out of the locals. And it could have been one of those where he's heard people say things. No, like it's all passed on through the locals, but not made up per se.
One of those
local legends.
Local legends. The local tales.
So it could have been one of those.
Yeah, but it's not real.
But yeah, not real for me. I'm not saying it was aliens. I couldn't possibly have given you less evidence if I had tried. Anything else you want to add?
Slemen.
Gonna have a good weekend?
I hope so.
Do you want to string out the episode a little bit? Just give us some content?
Like a good steak.
Do what to a good steak?
Said I like a good steak.
I completely misheard you there. I was thinking, gosh damn, you really like steak. Stick two together. Oh yeah, tastes good. Whew. I think I better wrap this up. That is a wrap for today. Thank you for listening to But It Was Aliens! Woo! It's been 110 miles per hour. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to hear some more, in addition to our back catalogue of episodes, you can find some bonus episodes, our side probes, over at patreon.com/But It Was Aliens. Each month, we explore more widely paranormal history, mystery, and conspiracy, and you can gain access to these episodes quite literally less than a cup of coffee. You can share episode suggestions with us on the X Twitter at But It Was Aliens. You could also say hello on Facebook. Facebook got immediately creepy, didn't it? I'm sorry about that. You can immediately say, You could just say hello on Facebook. We're connected to But It Was Aliens. It's a secretly public private group called Extraterrestrial Towers. Being a member of Extraterrestrial Towers grants you protection from the aliens when they invade. Well, most types of protection. If you have balls, we can make no promises. If you're relying on me to protect you specifically, we also make no promises. That is it for this episode, so until next time. If your son becomes a priest, do you call him son or father? The truth is up there. Hashtag Woo!
Terry won.